Princess Leonor stuns fans at Buckingham Palace with King Charles and Queen Camilla. Buckingham Palace. Glittering halls. The heart of the British monarchy. And there she was, Princess Leonor, looking every inch the queen-in-waiting. But not everyone expected her charm and poise to leave King Charles and Queen Camilla visibly impressed. 1. Arrival and first impressions. The first whispers began long before the royal car drew up to the palace gates. Cameras flashed. Crowds gathered. Royal enthusiasts from across Europe had traveled just to witness this rare encounter. Princess Leonor stepped out. Dressed in a soft pastel ensemble that seemed to glow under the London sun, she carried herself with a quiet confidence, a subtle smile playing on her lips. Every gesture, each tilt of the head, every graceful step, spoke of years of careful preparation, yet there was an unmistakable naturalness in her demeanor. Inside the palace, King Charles waited in the Grand Hall, alongside Queen Camilla. Protocol was strict, but even amidst centuries of tradition, there was something different in the air. A spark. A momentary human connection. The initial handshake between Leonor and Charles was brief, but meaningful. Cameras captured the subtle exchange of smiles, a nod that seemed to say, "We see you. We respect you." And Queen Camilla, often poised and measured in public appearances, could not hide the warmth in her eyes. Those watching could almost feel the shared understanding, the recognition of a young royal stepping confidently into a broader, international stage. Later in this video, you'll see a private moment that left even palace insiders whispering. 2. The private audience. Not every royal visit is made public. Some moments unfold behind closed doors, away from cameras and crowds. Princess Leonor was invited to a private audience with the king and queen, a meeting that was as ceremonial as it was deeply personal. Inside a velvet-draped room, Leonor spoke with a poise beyond her years. Her words were measured, her tone warm. Observers later noted the subtle way she engaged Charles and Camilla, bridging centuries of tradition with a modern understanding of diplomacy. This private conversation revealed layers rarely seen by the public. The weight of expectation, the unspoken bond between royalty across borders, and the quiet confidence of a young woman who knows the responsibility that awaits her. It was here that she surprised everyone. With a light-hearted remark about palace life in Spain, she drew a laugh, a rare, humanizing moment. And in that laugh, there was a promise. Leonor was not here just to observe history, she was here to shape it. And speaking of shaping history, later we'll revisit the moment that had Buckingham Palace aides exchanging astonished glances. 3. Public greeting and spectacle. The palace's front steps became a stage unlike any other. As Princess Leonor stepped out to greet the waiting public, her presence was magnetic. Crowds cheered. Flags waved. Cameras captured every detail of her attire, her gestures, her interactions with the public. Royal etiquette dictated that she maintain a certain distance, yet Leonor somehow managed to connect. She leaned forward to acknowledge a young fan, smiled at children, and even paused to engage with the staff, moments so small, yet so significant, that social media exploded with admiration. King Charles and Queen Camilla were nearby, watching with visible pride. A shared glance, almost imperceptible, conveyed approval. In that glance, there was acknowledgement. This young princess was more than protocol, she was presence, charisma, and promise embodied. And if you think this was the peak of the visit, wait until we cover the astonishing banquet that followed. 4. The royal banquet and unseen dynamics. A banquet at Buckingham Palace is no ordinary affair. Crystal chandeliers cast a golden glow, fine silverware lined the tables, and conversations hummed with both diplomacy and discretion. Princess Leonor's seating placed her between seasoned diplomats and British royals. Yet instead of being overwhelmed, she navigated the evening with grace. Observers later revealed that her engagement in conversation was not superficial. She asked thoughtful questions, displayed keen awareness of cultural nuances, and even shared anecdotes from her life in Spain. But the evening wasn't just about politeness or diplomacy. There were subtle moments, shared glances, exchanged smiles, that hinted at the growing mutual respect between the royals. Camilla leaned slightly closer to Charles during one exchange, whispering something that drew a small chuckle from the king, a rare display of levity in formal settings. And Leonor, in turn, responded with a poised nod, acknowledging centuries of tradition while subtly signaling her readiness to step into her future role as a monarch in waiting. Stay tuned, because the evening's final moments would leave the palace in awe, and create a scene that would be remembered for years. 5. Private walk in the gardens. After the formalities, Princess Leonor was escorted to the palace gardens, a serene, almost secretive escape from the public eye. Here, the conversation softened. Charles spoke about the challenges of public life, Camilla shared insights about balancing tradition with modernity, and Leonor listened, absorbing each lesson with remarkable attentiveness. It was in this quiet moment that Leonor truly revealed herself, not as a princess in the media's gaze, but as a young woman aware of the weight of her future, yet determined to embrace it fully. Observers noted the subtle gestures, a reassuring hand on the back, a gentle nod, a shared smile. These were more than etiquette, they were mentorship in action, and the kind of human connection that shapes lifelong alliances. And later, we'll return to a moment that left palace staff whispering. Leonor, alone with Charles, made a statement that stunned everyone present. 6. Farewell and legacy. As the day drew to a close, Princess Leonor prepared to leave Buckingham Palace. Cameras caught her final waves, her parting smiles, and the understated grace with which she exited the historic halls. King Charles and Queen Camilla escorted her to her car. Their smiles, the subtle nods of acknowledgement, and the quiet exchanges, all captured the essence of the visit: mutual respect, admiration, and a shared recognition of history in motion. For those watching from afar, this visit was more than a protocol event. It was a glimpse into the future of European royalty. Princess Leonor, poised and radiant, had not only met expectations, she had exceeded them. She had stepped into a new chapter, one filled with promise, responsibility, and an undeniable emotional resonance. And as the car disappeared down the palace drive, one thought lingered in the minds of everyone who witnessed it: Princess Leonor is not just a figure of royalty. She is a presence, a force, quietly reshaping the perception of monarchy itself. The visit to Buckingham Palace will be remembered for many reasons: the elegance, the poise, the history, but above all, for the moments of humanity that transcended protocol. Princess Leonor had arrived as a guest, yet she left a lasting impression, a reminder that even within centuries-old traditions, the human heart, courage, and grace can redefine what it means to be a royal. And somewhere deep inside Buckingham Palace, King Charles and Queen Camilla surely understood one undeniable truth: Spain's princess is not waiting for the crown. She is already wearing it, in the way she moves,